Hello, I'm Yeatman-Eiffel, the creator, writer, producer, and co-director of Oban Star-Racers, an unusual anime series that was released 15 years ago. Crafted by a small team of crazy, dedicated French artists, produced in Japan, and featuring a kick-ass tomboy female heroine, there was nothing really quite like Oban when it was released. Oban enjoyed a good commercial and popular and critical success. It aired over 120 channels over the world. It aired on NHKBS in Japan, on ABC Family and Toon Disney in the US, Super RTL, France 3, Jetix, and a host of other channels. But in spite of that, the distributor quickly lost interest, and the series slowly faded from the public eye. Fans kept rewatching it, making beautiful fan arts and great cosplays, but the series never got any reruns, and it was never released on Blu-ray. This 15th anniversary, and the fact we recently got our distribution rights back, is the perfect opportunity to allow fans as well as animation enthusiasts to rediscover Oban in HD, the way it was originally finalized and the way it was always meant to be seen. And thanks to you, the fans, we can make it happen. So Oban is very special to my heart. It's a story we spent a lot of time crafting and developing, and for most of those involved, it was the first big, major professional work. We locked ourselves in my studio, which at the time was really a studio, meaning a one-room apartment. There was myself, there was Thomas Romain, whom a lot of you know from his work on Code Lyoko, and also went on having a great career in Japan as an artistic director for the studio Satellite, or as character designer for series like Space Dandy. Also there was Stanislas Brunet, who did amazing background and mecha design on the series, and who went on to become a great mecha designer in Japan, working on series such as Macross Delta or Sakugan, and my friend Loïc Ponon. So together we took the time to really, we wanted to get off the beaten track. We wanted to mix the influences we had from Japanese anime series that we loved and try different things we hadn't seen before. So I think that made Oban, that dedication of the time we took to craft it just as we wanted, made it really something unusual and different that is still very relevant today.
Race like the wind, champions, towards the great finals on Oban and towards the ultimate prize.
When the dream came true, we managed to go to Japan to produce the series. I managed to find partners who allowed us to produce it there, and it was really an amazing experience. We were joined by a host of great Japanese artists, such as Miss Sayama, the storyboarder of series like Blood Plus and Death Note, Mr. Ohashi from the series Planetes, Mr. Masui, who worked on Samurai Champloo and also directed a number of Korean Shinchan feature films. We had Mr. Kumagai, animation director who worked on great feature films such as Springan and Jinro, and Mr. Takeshi Sayama, who is the editor of all of Mr. Miyazaki's work. He edited everything he did from the Future Boy Conan series all the way to his later feature films like Princess Mononoke, and having all those great artists around us was such a joy and an amazing experience. But last but not least, we were also joined by great Japanese composers, the fantastic Yoko Kanno, whom you know of course from her work on classic series such as Cowboy Bebop and Vision of Escaflowne. She did the opening and closing songs. And Mr. Taku Iwasaki, who wrote beautiful BGM tracks for the series. You know him, of course, for his work on series like Ryoshin Kenshin, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and he's such a great talent who can mix classical instruments with modern beats. So it was really an adventure, and I really want you to share it with us. So we really worked hard to make this series very special. We digitized and restored the original HD masters, and believe me, they needed to be taken care of. Then we looked for, found, negotiated and acquired and restored a lot of intentional dubs.
Where is he?
He's here all right.
All of which will be featured on the Blu-ray. That is 11 languages in total.
¿Dónde está él?
Aquí está, como siempre.
And we'll also have French and English subtitles, including a version for hard of hearings. And then we have a collector edition, which will feature all those 5 Blu-ray discs, plus a mini art book of 120 pages, filled with production drawings that have never been shown before. And they will all be fitted in a nice, rigid slipcase. The secondary objective of this campaign is to think ahead of the future of Oban. If this campaign works well, it can help in at least 3 ways. On a personal level, feeling that you care will replenish our energies and our dedication to the project. On a financial level, the better off Save the World ends up being, the easier it will be for us to invest money in new development. And we've already spent a lot of money and time preparing for this Blu-ray, restoring the masters and acquiring the international dubs. Lastly, if we have a good success, we can show potential investors and broadcasters that there's a strong living community out there who wants to see more. And with your help and support, there's nothing we can do.